uh, like a summer or springtime revival, and then they would have like a winter revival, and these revivals would run at least a week, you know, at least a week every year. And then we used to have at the churches, and I don't think they do that in, they was called like uh, a convention. So you would send, the church would send like delegates, say like if, I just say like if Texarkana was having a convention at their church, then we would send maybe like two delegates from our church there, and they would go and stay those maybe 4 or 5 days down at Texarkana, and the church sent them there, you know, and they would come back and they would give a report on their progress and things like that that went on. So yeah, very much, people were very much into church those days.
Easter, what was that a special?
Easter, yes, Easter was a very special day for us, especially as children, because we had new frocks. If we were fortunate enough to get a new frock and new shoes and things, we most certainly did. We would dress up on the Easter just like you know, it was. You know, it was a special day for, especially for children. And then we would, at the church, then we would have like Easter egg hunt and things like that. I don't think they usually do that anymore around here. But we'd have big Easter egg hunt, and all churches would have an Easter program. We'd say speeches and things like that and sing. It was very, Easter was very special.
Now, tell me about the other black churches when you were growing up here in town.
Basically, they, you know, they were. We had, you know, like we had about four black churches here, which we still do now, and all churches were very heavy functional. You know what I mean, like. A good population, they had good attendance at each church, because as kids, you know, like we would hear, you know, like if they was having something down at the Mount Zion Baptist Church, we would want to go and participate. So we did, you know, if we wanted to say our Easter speech down there, then we were welcome to do that. And so they were very, you know, all churches was well attended there. It was well attended. It was very well
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Were there occasions where maybe a group of white Baptists would come to the Baptist church for a special service or a joint?
Exactly. I can remember as a child, we had, during the summer, we had like vocational Bible school. Now, I don't even know if now we have not had that church, we have not had vocational Bible school in my church since I've been back down here. But we would have that every year, like Bible school. And it was mostly conducted, now at our church, I can't say for anybody else's church, but it was mostly conducted by white women. They would come, yes, they would come, and they would teach us little children. And then at the end of each day, they would bring snacks for us, you know, little Dixie cup ice cream or cookies or something like that. Mrs. Paul Miller, she was so good. And they would come and they would teach Bible. They would teach us Bible school, you know, and they teach us books of the Bible and different things about the Bible, and it was interesting. It was very interesting. We looked forward to that. But these were conducted. I can remember at my church they were conducted mostly by the white women.
Were there occasions where blacks would visit white churches?
Yeah, we did. We would visit. Well, no, not in attendance. Like just say, well, this Sunday I'm going to go to the First Baptist Church. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. But you can now, as far as I know, and stuff like that. But no, but we were always invited for special, like special things. If to go, we were always invited, like to go to their programs, and if they, wanted to hear us sing, we would go and sing. Carlton has, he's passed on now, but Carlton had one brother that was very musically inclined, and this kid played with some of your top name black entertainers bands. Like he played with Ray Charles, he played with Aretha Franklin and Bobby Womack and big name band places and stuff like that. So as a child, they would always invite him to the white school because he could play the piano and sing, but he was so little, they had to just literally lift him up to the piano stool so he could be able to play the piano. He was talented. So yeah, he was always invited to go. And then they would invite our school. Like if we had a choir or something, they were very good about inviting us to, to come and sing on their program or something like that.
You were probably here in the late 40s, early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that may be a little early for the civil rights movement, but what was the political environment in your home in terms of did your parents vote? Did they support any particular candidates? Was that even discussed?
I really don't think I can remember, if I can remember right, my mother would go and vote. I can't remember if my dad would go and vote and stuff like that. Now when it came down to by 1950, let me see, I finished high school in 1956 and I was out of here. So I don't remember of any, anything like motivation of that sort while, when I was here or nothing like that. I don't remember. But I do remember my mother used to go and vote. But it didn't seem like it was just really a big thing to the blacks then, But they had the right to.
They wanted to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little about your decision. Well, your decision to go to college. How did that come about?
Well, that was always a main goal of mine, was to go to college to further my education here, and to be, I wanted to get up and get out of this area that I was, because we knew, even as kids and growing up, we knew that there was no future here. There was no future here for blacks and stuff. So we felt like, it was a desire to go to college. To go to college back in my daytime was a prestigious thing, very prestigious, to go to school. And so you just worked forward to that goal and struggled to